Hey everybody, Dimitri here at Serg Supply, and today we're doing the exterior walkthrough of our shop van slash show van. Let's dig right in. We're going to start with the front of the van and work towards the back. Here I'm sitting in front of the Baja bumper. Just to preface this video, the entire exterior has been sponsored by Van Speed slash the Van Mart. So thank you to the fine team, Duran, Moe, Brent, everybody else. You know who you are. I got you t-shirts, damn it. Thank you so much for all your support over the years, and thank you for being such a big part of this build. Without further ado, let's dig right back into this bumper. This thing is gnarly. I needed something big because I'm a crappy driver, and if I see a deer in the road, I'm not saying I'm hitting the gas, but I'm certainly not slowing down, and I need my van to survive. So that's why we got this bad boy right here. You notice we have Vision X's mounted to the front here. Thank you, Troy. A big shout out to Troy for providing us with the ditch lights, the flood lights, and the scene lights. We'll get into those a little bit later. Overall thoughts on this bumper is I really love how it looks. I love the safety factor it adds to the ride. It's not very heavy, very easy to install. Quite literally just the 2 factory holes up in the front and a couple more on the bottom. I will say if you are a rear wheel drive sprinter like us and you don't have a differential or transfer case down here, the underside is a little different. Make sure you ask for the brackets when you order a bumper like this for a rear-wheel drive sprinter. If you have an all-wheel drive, don't worry about it. Everything's nice and plug and play. The one downside I might mention about this bumper is the sensors. My sensors go a little crazy sometimes, but never really on the road, just in tight parking spaces. If you don't mind a little bit of beeping here and there, this bumper is perfect for all the benefits it gives you. But if you're looking for something a little bit more low profile, their Defender bumper also works just as well. Moving on, we have our hood here. This is just wrapped in black hex to kind of match the aesthetic. We got more lights from Troy, and hang tight. I'm gonna pop the hood real quick and show you something else. Van Speed also provided these bad boys for lazy people like myself with the physical inability to lift a simple hood. These actual brackets here with the lift assist on the hood. Actually way more handy than you might think. We're gonna add an air compressor in here. So in the case that you're getting in and out of the hood a lot, like you're pumping up, deflating your tires on an all-wheel drive, these things do come in handy. It's a nice little purchase. You don't really get to see a lot, but you're sure glad that you have it when you do. Next thing to talk about, and arguably one of the cooler things on this van, is this side ladder. Fits seamlessly with their new Scout rack. We'll dig into that rack here in a little bit. If anything, it deserves its own video. The thing's spectacular. Super handy for us to have this ladder, especially getting on and off. I loaded a bunch of gear up there, so I got like our Easy Up strap down. Without this, I don't know that I'd ever want to climb up and down the roof. We have another ladder in the back, but it's not nearly as comfortable as this. And if I need 2 people up, the 2 ladders certainly helps. Not really much to say about this ladder other than it's assembled really well. Unlike a lot of weird thin bar ladders, another thing I really enjoy is it's got kind of platforms for your feet. So you're not kind of balancing on a round peg, you're more just standing on a platform. And you just can't beat made, welded, and assembled here in the United States. This stuff is sturdy built, doesn't vibrate. As long as you watch those stupid concrete barriers at gas stations and don't rip this thing off, it's going to serve you well. Now moving back this way, another one of the super sweet features of this build are the Van Speed capsules. We have a Murphy bed, it's 54 inches. I'm 6 foot, maybe 6'1", depending on who you ask, just kidding. I sleep sideways and I need the extra space, so these guys allow that to happen. I wrapped them in the same black hex ply. If you're curious which wrap we use, is by a company called Vivid. If you want to do it in your own build, it's really cheap. You can find the stuff on Amazon. It's not too difficult, but we do offer this for anybody who wants it, either in black, matte black, you name it. Just happen to blend in really nicely with our build. Capsules, game changer, definitely worth the investment on a 144. I'd recommend it for anybody watching who's got a similar build. Now we're at the side of the van that all the tailgaters get to watch. My favorite side of the van, that's going to be the rear side. We've got both of their carriers here with the heavy duty hinges. We have the Van Speed rear mule ladder on their rear carrier, also really handy. Not as comfortable as the one on the side, but if you're only going to do one, this one will do just fine. We mounted our spare Nomad on the back here. It's all real sturdy and I'm thrilled with it. And if we switch sides, I'll show you the more utilitarian side. We have a Julka portable hot shower. That guy plumbs right into this thing here, and we can hang the shower on this box. What can I say about this box? It's probably the single most useful item we have in this build. The van is clearly dirty. We've been using it for the last 4 days out here in the wild. This holds everything I need for my leveling blocks, extra rope, tools, my fire can. It's really the way to go. And you can mount accessories to the sides of it. You'll notice I have my actual shovel here for when I gotta go number 2, mounted on this side. my propane carrier here, and plenty of other spots to mount. And the cool thing with these actual rear carriers is that this is modular. I can take this off and mount a recovery plates or a jack or whatever else I want. And as far as weight is concerned, overall, I'm pretty thrilled. It's on the lighter side. If you've shopped through other carriers between like Sandy Vans and Owl, a lot of them definitely push the heavier side. This thing is just big enough for what we need and more than light enough for a rear-wheel drive to handle it with ease. Moving on, we're talking about the side steps now. You'll notice we have them on both sides. These are our favorite steps from the Mart Van Speed. They look absolutely spectacular. As far as install goes, I'd say it's just about the same as any other step in the market, but as far as structure goes, these I think are superior because they have extra bracing bars that connect them to your main chassis frame instead of just this little lip here, that pinch weld. I find that pinch weld mounting alone is inadequate, so we're really happy with this. And for myself and my wife, who are quite clumsy, it works really well because this is all closed off and we don't have big tube pockets and stuff for our feet to fall through. So very happy with the step and how it looks. My one qualm with the step, or maybe not criticism, but downside is if you have a rear wheel drive van, the step sits a little bit low. So we occasionally do scrape a curb here or there. And if we added the van compass, I think it's the stage 5 2-inch lift, this thing will do just fine and it'll clear everything. But because we don't have the van compass currently installed, these things ride a little low. I'll say, despite all the off-roading we've done here in Alabama Hills, I haven't hit anything with these. And even if I did, they're built so well that these will perform a lot better, I think, than the thinner aluminum side steps. In other words, these are both side steps and rock scrape guards. They're not just side steps, and for that reason, I love them a lot. But if you do have a rear-wheel drive van and your van's sitting a little lower, this is something to think about for sure. I've saved the best for last, the Scout Rack. This thing takes my breath away every time I look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. You notice it looks a little different. I'll step out of frame here and show you guys. Maybe I can point to it. Scout Rack, we have our Vision X scene lights here given to us by Troy. Thank you so much. One thing I really love about this rack is that it fits all L-track attachments. It's a little hard to see from here. I'll get some close-ups for you, but we can fit our Adventure Wagon, our Van Essential, or just about any other L-track hook attachments to these double L-track slots. Another fine detail that I really appreciate as builders, they've taken the time to laser in little slots for your zip ties to sit so you don't have to use up mounting anchors for there. The aluminum support beams slide left to right very easily. And of course, my favorite feature of all, if you pan to the front here, you'll notice there's a little pocket up there above the valance. That is meant for a 48 to 50 inch, I believe, light bar, which I don't currently have on, but man, what is there to say about this thing? It's thoroughly engineered. It looks beautiful. It's all handmade here in the United States. You can see the craftsmanship in every single weld, and it's also compatible with the Fiamma F45 awning, which is a real big deal for us. Overall, pretty speechless when it comes to this rack. I don't think I have a rack on the market I like more. So I'll get some close-up shots for you guys of the rack and how we set up on top. I'll quickly walk you through what the top of our van looks like. We have a Max Air fan in the front in zone 2. We have a Nomadic X3 in zone 5. Both of those things have been performing quite well. I'd say for a Sprinter 144, the Nomadic X2 is probably fine. We did the X3 because I'm very picky and I need my van to be exactly 68 degrees. But the center is taken up with a couple solar panels here and there. We've got 200 watts. I know we could technically probably squeeze 300 or 400 up there, but we just bought some very basic standard 17-inch by 48-inch solar panels. And with 200 watts of solar in there, I'd say we're reliably getting somewhere around 100 to 110 on a nice hot day like this. There it is, folks. That's the exterior walkthrough. I appreciate you getting through this with me in my Crocs out here in the desert, looking at this dirty van. It's filthy right now, but that's the way it should be. I hope you spend a lot more time out here in the wild doing fun things like this and a lot less time on your toilet watching my YouTube videos. And with that, I leave you guys with good hopes and wishes. If you're looking or thinking about buying any of the products you've seen in this video, you can find some of them on our site, and you can also find them on thevanmart.com, or just shoot a question over to their team. They'll be more than ready to answer your questions. Again, thank you to the Mart for sponsoring the exterior of this build. It wouldn't have looked the same without you guys, so we appreciate and love you. And if you guys are curious and you want to share some photos, some stories, some of your own input on exterior accessories, you can leave them in the comments below, or we have a Facebook group, facebook.com/Serg Supply. We'd love to have you there. Post pictures of your build. Let us know what worked for you and what didn't. Help the next guy out so maybe he can avoid an expensive boo-boo. In any case, thank you for watching this video to the end. We appreciate you, and as always, happy building.